Have you heard of Surprise, Arizona? Well, today's video, I'm going to be giving you some of the reasons why a lot of people are gravitating towards Surprise as their place to reside in the West Valley. So this is one of the western suburbs of the Phoenix area, and there's a couple different sections to Surprise, but I'm going to break it down for you today, several of the reasons why people want to live in this area versus other cities. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at EXP Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate. So if you're new to my channel, I'm Kelley Norton. I'm known as the AZ Realty lady, and I'm an associate broker here at EXP Realty, and I'm a Valley native. I've lived here my entire life, and I've been selling real estate here for over 22 years. And I've lived in 8 different cities here in the Valley. So today I'm going to give you some information about Surprise, Arizona. A lot of people are asking about Surprise. They want to know, why is this place where we're hearing so much buzz about, and what makes it a great place to live? So I'm going to kind of give you some of the information as to why people are choosing to live in this area. And right now I'm actually filming at one of the reasons, and that's going to be master planned communities. And I'm in Sterling Grove right now. I'm in front of one of their clubhouse buildings. And that's one of the reasons that a lot of people do choose this area. And that is because there's big communities where you have amenities, fitness centers, pools, golf and country clubs. So depending on the different areas in Surprise, you're going to have a little bit of something for everyone. So this community in particular, Sterling Grove, just to give you a quick snippet of some of the top communities in Surprise. You have Sterling Grove, you have Marley Park, you have Desert Oasis. So those are just a couple of them. You also have Asante, Escalante. There's so many different communities that have these big community amenities. And having those amenities and not having to build a pool in your backyard, and not having to pay for a gym membership, and not having to go far to golf is really one of the reasons why Surprise is popular, because they have so many of these types of communities. So Sterling Grove, it's the golf and country club. It is like the Mac Daddy of them all. It has guard gated entrances. It's a golf and country club, more of a luxury type living. Your HOA here is going to be about $300 total for monthly. Now golf on top of that, so make sure that you keep that in mind. This is a Toll Brothers community, so very luxury, fitness center, a couple restaurants, there's a poolside bar, so a lot of luxury living here in Sterling Grove. Now Sterling Grove is located off of the Loop 303, which gives it really great location, easily accessible, lots of shopping and dining nearby. And then you have Asante, which is a community that is over off of 163rd. And they're putting in Fry's, they're putting in some shopping centers nearby. So you are going to have a lot more in that area as well. So one of the nice things about Asante is that it does have an age-restricted community within it. So that's appealing to a lot of folks, because they can maybe have their parents living in one section and then them living in another. And they have beautiful parks, and it's in a great location of Surprise, kind of in the middle of Surprise in the newer area. And they did build a shopping center right nearby, so that's great. Then if you go a little further north, you have the Desert Oasis neighborhood, which is a little bit more surrounded by the desert and the mountain areas. It does have a community pool, and they're still building new construction in that area. Now let's talk about Marley Park. Marley Park, you feel like you're not even in Arizona. Much like Sterling Grove, how the houses feel different. You just don't feel like you're in Arizona when you're in that community. And it's very, very popular because it has parks. Most of the houses are going to face these beautiful park areas, and you are going to be able to walk around the community on sidewalks. It's very walkable, and it's so green and beautiful. Just an absolutely aesthetically beautiful community. And Marley Park is another one that has a wonderful clubhouse facility and community pool. So you do have that community amenities. So of all those 4 communities that I mentioned that are in the different sections of Surprise, we are going to put a map up here for you just so you can see where they are, so you can kind of get a feel. Marley Park is going to be the closest to the downtown Surprise area, where you have the spring training facility, you have the aquatics center, you have the main park where you can walk around the park and the lake. There's a big play area, you have sports courts, and no matter where you live in Surprise, you will have access to those because you are a Surprise resident. Okay, so let's talk about school options in Surprise. This is one of the things that is gravitating people towards the area because there's a lot of options for charter schools. So you do have our public school system, which the schools are actually rated okay in most of the areas out here. We have the Legacy Traditional Academy, and that one is located just right across from Sterling Grove. So that's really convenient. And Paradisi is another community that's being built by Taylor Morrison that's right outside of Sterling Grove, right off of that Cactus exit and the 303. So you would still have access to that Legacy Traditional. Imagine Prep is another one that a lot of people really like. And this one, the grade school ratings here is really, really good. I believe this was a 9 out of 10 on the grade school ratings. And there's several other schools. We're going to go ahead and give you the information on these for you right now. So Highland Prep is very popular out here. This is a high school grades 9 through 12. And on grade school, they have a rating of 9 out of 10. And I will show you here on grade schools, just in every aspect, this school is excelling. So yet again, another reason why folks really like the Surprise area and the good school options. Another one of the reasons why Surprise is popular is because if you are an outdoor enthusiast and you want to have access to a lot of different mountain areas, we have those surrounding Surprise. So the White Tank foothills are not very far away from Surprise. So if you want to do some walking, some hiking, maybe do some mountain biking, also in North Peoria, just outside of Surprise, you also have more mountain areas. So Surprise is kind of surrounded on all directions of beautiful mountains and a lot of recreation for you to do outside. The city of Surprise has amenities for residents in Surprise. I talked about that a moment ago, but I wanted to do a little bit of a deeper dive into that for you. So they have a huge tennis and racquetball center that is at the main city downtown area. And we'll show you on the map here where this is located. But this is one of the largest tennis and racket club organizations, and it's right here in Surprise. So you do have access to this as a resident, and it's located kind of in the main area where you still have other, baseball fields for regular recreation, but then you also have spring training, and then you have the park area. There's the community library located right here, and you have the aquatics center. So being a resident of Surprise has a lot of perks that a lot of the other cities don't have. So a lot of them will have city parks, but being able to have all of these different amenities is really one of the things that draws a lot of people to Surprise. For the most part, Surprise is really accessible to different freeways as well. So Surprise is surrounded by the Loop 101 and the Loop 303 freeways, which can gain you access to pretty much anywhere in the valley. So if you wanted to head out west and go to California, it's just an easy drive. Just zip on over to the I-10 and then you are on your way to California. So really easy drive there. So depending on where you are, you're anywhere from a 30 to 45-minute drive to downtown Phoenix or the Sky Harbor Airport. So really, it's a pretty convenient location. And if you're closer in to the airport, if you're not familiar with the areas, it does have a completely different feel. You're not in the outskirts, suburban kind of area where you have parks and spread out areas. It's very condensed when you're closer into downtown. So I know that for some folks, 30 to 50-minute drive might seem like a long way, but it's a pretty easy drive and you're getting out of that heavy city area and really feeling like you're in a totally different location. So it really isn't that bad to drive 30 to 50 minutes here in the valley. So there's areas of Surprise that I would compare to how Gilbert was when Gilbert, Arizona was growing, say 20 years ago. It seemed far out at first, and then kind of things started to develop around it. And now it's very popular and it doesn't seem far out at all. And that's kind of how I feel about Surprise. Now, again, Surprise started a while ago, same time frame as Gilbert, but because there's so much land around here, they're starting to develop some of the other locations, and it's pushing out to the further west and north areas of Surprise, even right next to the Whitman area, which is also growing. So there really are a lot of developments that are starting around here, whether it be commercial or residential. So there's so much growth happening. And so if you are looking for an area that's still growing and going to grow around you, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people like to pick Surprise as a place to live. And a lot of the shopping that's coming in, everything is just really growing around here. So the newer area of Surprise definitely has a lot of growth happening. So the shops at Prasada are located right here at the 303 and Waddell. And currently right now there's a Cooper's Hawk Winery and there's a Firebirds there. And hey, ask for Mark at the bar. He is amazing, great bartender, and the food there is fabulous. There's also a Total Wine, there's Sprouts, there's a Home Goods, just a ton there. Across the freeway, there's also a Walmart if you prefer Walmart. And you know what? Coming soon, get ready for this. There's an Oso Brewery, which is pet friendly, by the way. Huge thing out here in the valley. People love to be able to bring their pets out to lunch or dinner or happy hour with them. There's a Hobby Lobby coming in. There's a cold beer and cheeseburgers. Lots of shopping. There's also an emergency center over here as well. More of like an urgent care, small mini kind of emergency center, mini hospital, not a full hospital, but I think it's a little bit more than an urgent care. So a lot over here and really close to the freeway. It is literally visible from the 303. So stay tuned, guys. This area is growing rapidly. Well, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope that gave you a little bit of information about Surprise and why a lot of people are trying to make Surprise their home. So again, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady. Feel free to call me or text me. It's the best way to reach me. And I would love feedback on the video, any comments that you have, any other information that you'd like to share about Surprise. Feel free to put that in the comments. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate that. And click that little bell. You'll also be notified when I put up new videos. So thank you so much. And if you are having some questions about the area or thinking of planning a tour out here and you want some help with figuring out areas to look at and you want to start looking at some homes, just call me or text me. It is the best way to reach me. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.